Thank you for staying with us on the pulse so far. Now time for the sport. I'm Gary Al Smith. In the past 24 hours, we've seen Aduana Stars being shown their fate when it comes to the African club competitions. As you know, they were dropped by Intensity from the CAF Champions League after they were beaten on aggregate home and away. They won at home, but they lost away, more accurately. And now they have been drawn with a team from Madagascar in the CAF Confederations Cup. It will be a playoff, and Abigail Senasesu is here to look at the permutations for that. We don't know much about this Madagascan team, but this morning they were on one of the Accra-based stations, and they spoke about their plans and how they were able to beat their more storied Kenyan opposition before getting this far.
It's interesting. Now, football has gone to the extent that you can't really write anybody off, given the two sides that they beat to get to this place. And this is a very young Madagascan side, if you ask, because it's the first time they are tasting African competition after they won the Coupe de Madagascar. That's their FA Cup, I should say. So it's an experience they also want to relive and then make sure that they go far in this competition. For Aduana Stars, it's the second chance that they have been given. I think that they should just hold on to it and then make the best out of it. You see, Babaka himself has said that there's no mean team, there's no small team anymore on the continent, and so they have gathered some experiences from the Champions League where they were dropped, and so with coming back and playing at home first, this time around I think they will know the essence of scoring and scoring more goals, so that when you go away, whatever happens, whether the weather is not good, whether the officiating goes bad, whether your players are fighting, whatever happens, you'll be able to scale through. And this is Aduana's chance to at least go out there and then make a statement for themselves. They've tasted African competition before, just that now they've drawn to the second tier when it comes to African competition. For Aduana Stars, I think once again they have their destiny in their own hands. They do indeed.
Also, the interesting thing is that they are chasing a bit of history. The last time a Ghanaian team was able to get into the money zone was 6 years ago in 2012. Brekum Chelsea did so. That's in an African club competition. Will they be able to do this? And how? Yusuf Abubakar says he and his side are not underrating their opposition.
I don't think there's any team that is an easy team, a weak team. All the teams, if you check all the Confederation teams, they are not pushovers at all. Though people may think that a team coming from Madagascar may be a weak team. But if you check them, you could see that their last match that they play against, they won away 2-0, and then they also won home 1-0. That means they can do well when they go away. We are not going to underrate any team. We have learned so much lessons in these particular competitions. So we are going to put our heads together to make sure that we correct some of the mistakes.
So that's Yusuf Abubakar speaking there. If you would name some of the lessons they would have learned from the Champions League experience which saw them exit, what would you say?
I think that the Aduana Stars lost focus after they edged out El Tahadi. They thought that, well, we can do anything at home and then go out there and see if we can pull one back. I think they lost their heads, and Abubakar nearly lost changing the dressing room when the players were fighting all over the place and he didn't think.
What was the fight about?
Actually, it was Zakaria Mumuni, who was badly attacked during training by Elvis, and so by a different player. So Elvis just stepped in as a deputy captain to try and calm that situation, and then
it escalated
from nowhere. There is I don't know if it was from past maybe
issues.
Past issues. They just jumped in and just started punching Elvis. We all don't know why he would do that up until now.
But what the reason I'm asking is, I'm not interested in the sordid details, but how badly did it affect the dressing room before they went to North Africa?
Gary, I don't know, but it's not just with our players back here. We have known in teams that players do pitch camps.
Sure.
And so when you begin to do this, I don't think that you'll be comfortable knowing that this is the person that hit someone from my camp, and so why would that make you score goals or maybe make you play comfortable? And they forget that the team is the bigger picture. And so if you are not at peace, you don't have that unity, then it will go a long way to destroy the club. Kotoko, when they exited from the Confederations Cup, we had a lot of stories that even said the captain was igniting some people against Pollack. And so it happens. I think that Sifa Bakar should make sure that at least 90% or whatever would keep the players concentrated on what they have to do. They should do it. And luckily for us, we are crying that they are not having enough competition back at home. The Premier League has started. Maybe they can clear their 2 games that are outstanding and continue in that momentum. And let's see if they can just edge out Fosa Juniors.
Right. Thank you, Abigail.
Thank
I
you
appreciate your time. And so that's the lots for Aduana Stars. Would they be able to scale that hurdle? It's in their hands, really. And as Abigail likes to say, it really is something that they have to work out for themselves. Other interesting parents that we are seeing include Zanaco versus Raja Casablanca AS Vita Club and CS La Mancha Al Hilal versus Aqua United of Nigeria, Gor Mahia of Kenya versus Supersport United South Africa, Bidved Wits versus Enyimba, Plateau United of Nigeria versus USM Alger of Algeria, Aduana Stars, Fosa Juniors, Young Africans, Yanga of Tanzania versus Walatia Dicha SC. They knocked out Zamalek and they are from Ethiopia. CF Munana versus Al-Mashi of Egypt. Asek Mimosas of Ivory Coast versus Belouiz Zidad. MFM versus Joliba Nigeria versus Mali. Rayon Sport of Rwanda, the biggest team in that country, versus Costa do Sol. They are from Southern Africa. So these are the groups we see for the CAF Champions League as well. No Ghanaian clubs there, but yeah. Thank you for staying with us on the sport. Gifty will be back to finish up with the news. I'll be back at 8:30 also to let you know what's trending internationally. And don't forget, the World Cup countdown is on.